For many astronomers, the story of 3I/Atlas ends there, a massive, statistically improbable, but ultimately natural comet. But this is where the official narrative is challenged, where the accumulated evidence invites a far more radical question. The theory is driven by Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb, who argues that when enough anomalies defy explanation, we must consider possibilities that lie outside the ordinary. He asks, what if the object's suspicious trajectory and immense size are not cosmic coincidences, but prerequisites for a deliberate, final act? The physics of the situation are as unforgiving as they are precise. To shift from its current hyperbolic trajectory, a path destined to exit our solar system forever, into a stable elliptical orbit, 3I/Atlas would need to execute a single, powerful event, a capture maneuver. This isn't the gentle, chaotic push of outgassing. It would require a sudden change in velocity, a deliberate braking burn at the moment of its closest approach to the Sun. A single, perfectly timed thrust to shed its interstellar momentum and allow itself to be permanently captured by our star's gravity. And the timing of this potential maneuver is where the mystery deepens into an unnerving silence. On October 29th, the geometry of the solar system becomes relentless. Earth, the Sun, and 3I/Atlas will align in a perfect straight line, with our planet on the wrong side of the glare. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a total data blackout. The Sun's blinding furnace will overwhelm every ground-based observatory, and even our most powerful space telescopes, Hubble and Webb, are forced to avert their gaze by their own safety protocols. For 6 critical weeks, there is simply no way to watch. This period of enforced invisibility creates the ultimate paradox. The single most important moment in this object's journey, the one instant where its true nature could be revealed by a sudden change in course, will unfold precisely when we are unable to bear witness. A 6-week abyss in the data, offering the perfect, untestable cover for the most extraordinary maneuver ever conceived. The question is, what will we see when the darkness finally lifts?
But its unprecedented scale was only the first clue. As the world's observatories locked onto 3I/Atlas, the data they collected began to paint a deeply troubling picture, one that consistently defied the profile of a simple natural comet. The first major contradiction came from the laws of motion themselves. In comet science, there is a classic rocket problem. As a comet heats up, venting hundreds of kilograms of gas per second, those jets should act like thrusters, leaving a subtle but measurable fingerprint in the astrometric record. But the global data set, spanning over 4,000 positional measurements, finds no such deviation for Atlas. The data is inescapable. It remains a true unmoved mover, staying perfectly on its gravitational path, a feat only possible if its nucleus is not just large, but remarkably and unnervingly dense. The numbers become even more unforgiving when mapping its trajectory. A random visitor from the chaos of interstellar space should slice through our system at a sharp, arbitrary angle. Instead, the path of 3I/Atlas is a carefully threaded needle. It glides almost parallel to the planetary disk, an ecliptic skimming orbit tilted by a mere 5 degrees. The math of probability strains to its breaking point as the object strings together a series of planetary near misses, sweeping past Mars, then lining up encounters with Venus and Jupiter. Orbital dynamicists confirm the compounded odds of such a sequence are vanishingly small, a run of flybys rarely seen outside of meticulously planned space missions. The trajectory itself has become a silent witness, raising its own unsettling questions. And chemically, it is a true outsider. Beyond its motion, its very composition screams that it was not born of our star. The James Webb Space Telescope captured a volatile ratio that inverts everything we know about local comets, showing it emitting 8 times more carbon dioxide than water. This strange chemistry painted the object in an early and unexpectedly bright green glow, a chromatic signal that arrived far ahead of schedule. Even its initial appearance was an anomaly, a concentrated forward glow on its sun-armored side that resisted every explanation, before eventually fading as a more conventional tail began to form behind it. Each clue, optical, chemical, chromatic, and dynamic, is a statistical improbability on its own. A body too massive to be moved, on a path too precise to be random, made of materials alien to our corner of the galaxy. When the evidence repeatedly contradicts the explanation, it forces a critical choice. Do we dismiss the data as a series of cosmic flukes, or do we begin to question the fundamental nature of the object itself?